My husband kept forgetting my birthday, so this year I forgot him. Harry had this thing where he'd completely vanish from our relationship for weeks, then suddenly reappear like nothing happened. He'd disappear into his man cave, ignore my texts, skip family dinners, then emerge expecting everything to be normal. Last year, he pulled his usual disappearing act right before my birthday. Didn't respond to calls, avoided me completely for 2 full weeks, then showed up 3 days later asking what was for dinner like he'd just been at the grocery store running errands. That's when I decided to ghost him back, but with a calculated twist that would teach him exactly what abandonment feels like. I started planning my own birthday party this year without telling him anything about it. Sent invitations to everyone we knew, booked our favorite restaurant downtown, ordered a custom cake from the fancy bakery he always said was too expensive. The works, but I deliberately didn't invite him to any of it. The day before my party, I casually mentioned I wouldn't be home Saturday night while putting on my earrings in the bedroom. "Where are you going?" he asked, finally looking up from his phone screen for the first time in hours. "Birthday celebration," I said, applying red lipstick in the hallway mirror and watching his reflection. "Whose birthday is it?" I stared at him directly in the mirror with complete disbelief. "Mine, Harry. It's my actual birthday tomorrow." His face went completely blank like someone had just spoken to him in a foreign language. "Wait, when did that happen?" "Tomorrow. Like it does every single year. Same exact date for the past 32 years of my existence." He started panicking immediately, scrambling around, grabbing his keys and wallet. "I'll come with you. Let me just shower real quick and change clothes and you're not invited to this party." He froze in the doorway. "What do you mean I'm not invited to my own wife's birthday party?" "Well, you weren't present for our relationship these past few weeks, so why would you be present for the celebration?" The next night, I had the most incredible birthday party of my entire life. My friends, my family, even some coworkers and neighbors showed up with gifts and flowers. We laughed until our stomachs hurt. We danced to music from our college days. We took ridiculous photos in the restaurant bathroom. Everyone kept asking where Harry was throughout the evening. "Oh, he's on one of his mysterious little disappearing adventures," I'd say with a bright smile and another sip of wine. Meanwhile, Harry spent the entire evening desperately blowing up my phone with calls and texts. 67 missed calls and counting by the time dessert arrived. Text after text of frantic apologies and promises to change his behavior immediately. Around midnight, he actually showed up at the restaurant in his pajama pants. I watched through the large front window as the hostess politely turned him away because the party was completely private and he wasn't on the guest list I'd provided. He stood outside in the pouring rain for 20 minutes, just watching me celebrate through the glass like some pathetic movie scene. When I finally got home at 2 a.m., still buzzing from champagne and laughter, he was sitting on our front steps with a soggy gift bag from CVS. "I bought you a birthday card," he said pathetically, water dripping from his hair, "and some chocolate from the gas station down the street." I walked past him to unlock the front door. "That's nice, Harry. You can leave it on the kitchen counter." "Sarah, please. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize how much I was hurting you with my behavior." I turned around slowly. "You know what hurt the most? It wasn't forgetting my birthday existed. It was forgetting I existed. For weeks at a time, you'd treat me like a roommate you were annoyed by." He started crying actual tears. "I don't know why I do that. I just completely shut down sometimes." "Well, now you know exactly how it feels to be shut out." The next morning, I found a handwritten letter on the kitchen table. 12 pages of him explaining how he'd been struggling with depression and using avoidance as a coping mechanism. How he'd been too ashamed to admit he was drowning and had been pushing away the person he needed most. He'd also scheduled himself for therapy and couples counseling without being asked. "I want to learn how to be present," the letter ended. "Not just for your birthday, but for your whole life. Sometimes you have to disappear from someone's life completely before they realize you were the most important part of it all along."